new Monty Python musical. Eugenia Zuckerman has our Sunday profile.
There's something strange going on in New York City these days.
Bring out the dead. I'm not dead yet. I'm happy.
Seemingly normal people saying the strangest things.
We had a night that say nymph. It's a killer rabbit.
If you're wondering who or what's to blame for this outbreak of silliness, you might as well start with David Hyde Pierce and something called Spamalot.
Always look on the bright side of life.
For those of us who don't know what it is, what is it?
Well, Spamalot is the Broadway musical version of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which was this movie that this British comedy troupe did that most people in the civilized world know about. And one of the Pythons, Eric Idle, has turned it into a musical.
The 1975 movie is a cult classic.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
And the musical, which officially opens March 17th, stars David Hyde Pierce, along with Tim Curry and Hank Azaria.
Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin.
We all play multiple parts, but we also have a principal knight, and mine is Sir Robin the Brave, who isn't.
His head smashed in and his heart cut out and his liver removed and his bowels unplugged and his nostrils raped and his bottom burned off.
That's enough music for now, lads.
And you act and you dance and you play the piano in this?
Yes, there's all kinds of things I should have known before I got myself involved in this.
Before he got involved in all of this, Pierce was most famous for playing a far more reserved character.
When was the last time you had an unexpressed thought?
I'm having one now.
As Dr. Niles Crane on the hit TV show Frasier, Pierce raised neurosis to a fine art.
Relax, for God's sake, you're being irrational. Don't you dare call me irrational. You know that makes me crazy.
While for some actors, the leap from sitcom to Broadway musical could be a stretch, for David Hyde Pierce, acting is only one of his many talents. Wasn't your game plan to be a pianist?
Yeah. I started taking piano lessons about age 8.
He was born in 1959 in Saratoga Springs, New York, the youngest of George and Laura Pierce's 4 children.
You know, we were a middle-class family. Dad was an insurance man, and but they had a real sense that the arts were important.
His grandfather, Arthur Pierce, acted in community theater. His father, George Pierce, had aspirations of his own.
My dad intended to be an actor when he was a kid, and he was going to go to New York, and when he got out of college, it was the Depression, and that was that.
But the acting gene was clearly passed along to David. Though he entered Yale University as a music major, he left as something else.
I had a small part in A Man for All Seasons. I had like 4 lines or something. But the head of the undergraduate theater program mentioned to me afterwards that he thought I was really good. And I thought, well, why? How can I have been really good? I only had 4 lines. And that got me thinking,
This was my first real apartment here.
David Hyde Pierce, budding concert pianist, became a budding actor. And after graduate school, he did what aspiring actors do. He moved to New York City and tried to make ends meet between auditions.
I sold neckties at Bloomingdale's as Christmas help. And I remember after Christmas, they kept some people on, and they didn't keep me on. And I was very upset about that, even though I hated the job and I hated selling ties, but I was so heartbroken that they didn't think I was good enough to stay on.
It hardly mattered. His days as a starving artist were short-lived. In fact, they were non-existent. He soon landed a role and rave reviews in the Heidi Chronicles on Broadway, followed by small parts in movies like Little Man Tate and Sleepless in Seattle. Did you begin to think, well, maybe I'm going to have a career in film?
No, I thought I hate making movies.
Why?
Because I didn't understand it, and I can't say I totally understand it still as an actor. You go in for 5 minutes, do a scene, then you go and sit in your trailer for 17 hours while they set up the lighting.
Then in 1993 came Frasier. Originally, the character of Dr. Frasier Crane didn't have a brother. But when the producers noticed Pierce's physical resemblance to actor Kelsey Grammer, Niles Crane was born.
The stuff on the page was about how neurotic he was and how competitive he was with his brother. And what Kelsey and I both did instinctively was play the other part, which is these are also two brothers who love each other.
It's times like this that most families pull together and draw strength from each other. What shall we do?
For the next 11 years, David Hyde Pierce was part of one of the most successful and critically acclaimed shows in television history.
The reason the character became successful is that as odd as he was, and neurotic and all those other things, and strikingly handsome, he went through extreme forms of what we all go through. Being in a bad relationship, falling in love, wanting to do the right thing, continually screwing up and not doing the right thing. It's all real human stuff.
And that real human stuff is all that matters to him. Just ask him about his 4 Emmy Awards. Is that something you're very proud of?
I certainly should be. It's odd when you say, are you proud of it? There wasn't, I thought, oh, I must feel proud, and I didn't feel anything. So I'm just dead inside. No, it's honestly what I thought of was that first year when I was nominated, my mom and dad both came to the Emmys. And the second year I was nominated, I actually won. But in between the first year and the second year, my mom passed away from cancer. So when I think about those awards or whatever, that's where my mind tends to go.
If you get the feeling that family is behind just about everything Pierce does, you're right.
I am here today on behalf of millions of families like mine across America who confronted the challenge of Alzheimer's disease. I'm also here.
I started working with the Alzheimer's Association back in Los Angeles, and at that point my grandfather had died of Alzheimer's disease, so I had experienced it in the family, and what I didn't know was that a few years later my dad would go through something very similar.
What about for yourself? Do you worry about the genetics involved?
I think about it anytime I forget something. I wonder if this is it. I don't ever use the expression, oh, I'll never forget, or oh, this is something I'll remember forever. I never, because I no longer take that for granted.
So at the party for the Chicago premiere of Spamalot in January, while his real father had passed away, his TV father from Frasier was a pretty good stand-in.
It's great to see my boy.
I lost it when I saw him. I haven't seen him in so long.
And for actor John Mahoney, David Hyde Pierce was a pretty good stand-in for a son. But it's obvious that you're still family. You're always going to be family.
I love him as if he were my son. Yeah. You know, I really do. It's just no question.
You mean
I missed him?
Really
No, not really, not really. But if I had one, this is what I would.
You might say David Hyde Pierce is proof that sometimes good guys do finish first. And despite all the